please pay attention. Your Hankook AL postseason picture. You're looking at the Chicago White Sox, right side of your screen. Breaking news. Are you ready for this breaking news? The White Sox are going to play in the playoffs. The White Sox will be in the postseason. I'm about to tell you why I believe that. You see where they stand right now. They're 4 games back. They're 4 games. Teams in front of them. Oh, panic. Tony La Russa is not the guy for the job. I want to walk you through something real quick. I want to focus on strength of schedule. There's only one team in the American League with an easier remaining schedule than the Chicago White Sox. Only one team in the American League. And you'll see it's the Seattle Mariners. Now, they're also in the mix. I don't think the Mariners are going to get bounced. So you get the Blue Jays, pretty good. You get the Rays with the hardest schedule in the American League. The White Sox have the second easiest schedule in the American League. Now, timing is everything. Your best hitters, they're hitting when you need to win and you get the second easiest remaining schedule, well, that's going to help. So are they hitting? That's the question. Jose Abreu, his last 20 games, he's hitting .387. I would say he's one of their top 3 hitters. Would you agree with that? Yeah. Eloy Jimenez, talented young man, right? Hitting .374 his last 28 games. He's like the 3rd hitter in their line. The second hitter is Luis Robert. His last 15 games, he's in .400. So we're all in agreement, right? Those are their 3 best hitters. You would agree with that? Abreu, Jimenez, and Robert. They're all getting hot at the right time. So I just want to remind you, at the moment, the White Sox are 4 games out of the last AL wildcard spot. They have the second easiest remaining schedule. Their 3 best hitters are all on fire lately at the same time. So you need a manager that knows how to bring a group back when they're this far out on August 22nd. Remember this? I remember this. Alan Craig tracks it down. Tony La Russa. That's Tony La Russa. That's the last time he managed a game before this year. Did you know that? It was 2011. And you know what that is, folks? That's what you get for winning the World Series. I want to take you back to August 22nd of 2011. The Cardinals were 9.5 games out of the wild card spot. Not 4. They wish they were 4. They were 9.5 games out. Do you know who did that? Who brought him back? The manager of that team that was 9.5 games out on August 22nd? It's Tony La Russa. Could you imagine, Chicago, if that's what he looked like? And wouldn't you feel bad? Wouldn't you feel bad for yelling at Tony La Russa and complaining about Tony La Russa? The White Sox are going to the playoffs, guys.
Wow.
That was good TV.
That was good
really
TV.
Good. You know what I mean? That was really good.
Wow.
I mean, he talked to the audience like he was done it before.
Yeah. Then the first thing I wanted to ask is that drink that you had, was there any alcohol that was in that drink?
No. The answer is no, kid.
Is that coffee or was that an alcohol drink?
Uncle Greg's is purely on caffeine tonight. Well, you know,
I can see, I will say this. If you go pound for pound, position by position, you look at what they bring to the table, what the Twins bring to the table, what the Guardians bring to the table, I agree with you. Now, with that said, if this were May, I would say yes. But there's nothing that makes me get excited to say they're going to go on a 15-game run where they go 10-5. I haven't seen that yet. And this Michael Kopech injury this afternoon, their starting pitching hasn't been as good as we thought it was going to be.
Dylan Cease is a Cy Young contender. Johnny Cueto's sub-3 ERA, he's been amazing. If the usual suspects get healthy...
Giolito, Lance Lynn, they haven't been as good as we thought they were going to be. But they're going to need those with less than 40 games left.
Against the second easiest remaining schedule.
I get that.
But you've lost 9 of 16 against the Royals.
Okay.
So to Dan's point, this team just hasn't gelled. It hasn't been the squad. And look, they've been ravaged by injuries. They've been destroyed by injuries. But a lot of teams have had adversity. This team just plays sort of selfishly. It's just like to me, it's like those 3 hitters are great. But if I'm pitchers, you can navigate through lineups in certain situations. That's the luxury of our sport.
4 in their lineup.
I get it.
And they're all back and healthy and ready.
All I say is, I mean, you didn't go on a limb. They're only 4 out. Look, this division.
That's my point. If they don't win the wild card,
they can win division.
They're winning the Central.
Oh, they're not getting the wild card. Forget about a wild card.
What are you talking about?
Oh, come on.
The Tampa Bay Rays have the hardest remaining schedule. They have 14 injured players on the IL.
Tampa Bay Rays have played
about that.
all year in the AL East, and they're 10 games over 500. The White Sox are playing in the weakest division in baseball, and they're 2 games over 500.
And the Rays have the hardest remaining schedule, and the White Sox have the second easiest.
The Rays always have a harder schedule because they're playing the Yankees, the Red Sox, and the Orioles aren't a doormat anymore.
I believe the White Sox will be playing in the month of October. Okay. What do you think? Tweet us at PleaseAct19.